Welcome back to the channel, guys. Well, the last time we were here, we left some cone foundation in the super. So we're here to do a follow-up to see how are they making use of this foundation that we have left, and if there's significant nectar flow for them to, build these foundations out and start storing nectar, which is honey, guys. So the sweet stuff. So we're gonna find out shortly. So let's inside the colony right here. Well, unfortunately, as you can see, they have not made use any of the foundation so far. So we're going to encourage them to come up into the super. So if you're having this trouble or problem trying to get your bees to come up into the super and they keep refusing because you just have foundations in your super, well, this is just a very simple tip that we're going to employ. We're going to take one frame or two frames that has nectar and maybe a little brood on it, and put it in the super to encourage them to come up into the second chamber. So we have taken one already, so we're gonna look for another. So let's get my smoker here. Give them a little smoke, and I'll look to see that one side has a nectar on it. So we're gonna take this frame. As you can see, it has nectar and a few brood right here in the middle, right? And the same on the other side. So we don't need more than about two of them. That should suffice. So basically, as you can see, I have moved two of the frames from the brood box to the super to encourage them to come up and fill out the rest of frames. What I will additionally do is, alright, I'll let it stay like that. I could have checkers boarded, but I'm going to just leave it as is for now and see how they manage what they have here. We'll be moving on to our best hive here to see how much nectar they have stored. So let's see what's going on with them. Hive number one, as it were, the best hive here. Well, from my hope in the hive, I am somewhat impressed with what I'm seeing so far. I see some white fresh cones, so that means that they're building out the rest of frames that are here. So I'm going to just remove my beetle trap right here. I'm going to remove the beetle trap. Bring this one back. See what they're up to. Let's take this one out first. As you can see, they've already started building out the foundation frame. So you know they are active in this super because they're not leaving any frames untouched. As you can see, they have some amount of eggs brood and nectar. Next frame again, even more completed. I'll just have a look at it. As you can see, they are finished building out this frame and they start storing nectar in it already. Right? Don't know if you can see the nectar. The camera not focusing so properly here, but if you look good, you can see the nectar in the cells. Let's look at our next frame here. They should have some cap honey, I think, in this box. It's very heavy. Well, soon to be capped. I would say it's soon to be capped, guys. A lot of nectar here. They have some amount of brood to the left. I have not put a exclude on this box, so the queen will come up and lay. because I really want to encourage her to come, because I'm trying to get this colony to be a double brood chamber, which would be a stronger colony with a greater workforce to, you know, forage and store nectar, honey, and pollen. Let's look at the next frame right here. This is one that we just put in recently. They have finished, built it out as well. Very good. And we can see that some amount of nectar is in it, but not much. Let's look at this next frame here. Yeah, they're working pretty fast. I can tell you, they're working pretty fast. This one is fairly heavy. As you can see, guys, it is filled with nectar and some cap brood. Don't want my hive tool to touch them right there to get them riled up. As you can see, lovely nectar being stored. Look at the color, guys. So as soon as they're finished, they'll cap that honey and let it cure, and it will be ready for consumption. It will not have too much moisture. So whenever the honey is capped, guys, that means that the bees have finished getting rid of the moisture content, and they will bring it to a state where, as you can see, they start capping the honey right here. You can look good. There's a thin layer. There's a very thin layer. So they have started capping that honey, right? But as I was saying, they will reduce the moisture content to a very low level where it will not create issues in terms of spoiling the honey, letting the honey have a bad flavor, you know, or letting the honey spoiling. Although honey is not easily spoiled, but they make sure that the honey is cured, just like wine. You know, anything good, you need to cure it. You know, if you want the best result, you need to let that marinate and cure. So that's what the bees basically do. They use their wings to extract the moisture from the frame. As you can see here again, guys, lovely honey being stored. Lovely honey being stored here, guys. So the cold front has finally left us again. We thought it was over, but you know, they have some amount of nectar on this side as well. So I know they would have picked up the pace once the cold front has come to an end. So, and that's exactly what they're doing. They're working assiduously, guys. They're working very hard here to make sure they have a fair amount of honey and nectar. So as you can see, they're basically building out all the frames. That's the second to last frame. They haven't touched this one as yet, but I guarantee you, when I return next week or within a couple of days, we should see cap honeys and finished frames being built. The hen frame right here, this one should be completed in building out. So that's the benefit of having foundations. The bees can work pretty fast in building. They don't waste time in using up a lot of energy to create new cone from scratch. So the foundation gives them a kick start, guys, which is wonderful. Yes, guys, this is hive number 4, and I'm very curious to see what they have been going on, because this hive suffered a setback, but they are rebuilding, and I'm very happy to see honey, or rather, they are up in the super right now. This whole frame, one of the frames I'm to discard of. Once again, another whole frame I'm to discard of. Don't see much storage there. They're not that active, it seems, guys. Let me go around here. Smoker getting in my way. Ugh. Trying to kill me, man. Well, this is lovely now. As you can see, they have accepted this frame somewhat, and they have done a nice job. One side is fairly filled with nectar, guys, so you can expect them to be capping that soon. It has some weight to it too. That is excellent. I can tell you, it has some weight to it. Let's see what's happening on the next frame here. Scattered nectar, and same thing on the other side. See what's happening on the other frame here. Well, I'm very happy with how they have picked up the pace, guys. I'm very happy with how they have, because the last visit these frames are fairly empty. So I'm not going to even look at the other one. We'll just let them keep working. So very soon I'll give them some, next time I return I'll give them some foundation and see how they work on those. So I've just replaced the water in those feeders, likewise for this hive. So that one has fell down, I don't know why. So I'm going to check on those two up there. I'm going to have a look in these two as well, just to see if they have started storing nectar. These are some of my least productive bees here, guys. So let's have a look at these guys up here. I'll put my tool over there. Put on the camera for a moment. So we have opened up, and from the looks of it, they remain dormant or unproductive. I won't even check those frames. Not much activity on them. Maybe they're just warm. I don't know. We're going to give them back some foundation when I return and see how they accept those. So let's move on to our next least productive hive here. Well, see some activity going on here. Not bad. See some bees up top. Let's see what they're doing. Okay, here we go. Pop the hood. See some activity. Population looks decent. They're working here. But we're going to find out if it's all show. Because I can tell you, these colonies, they have the most bees in them. The queen does an excellent job in laying eggs. But the workers, I tell you, they do a very poor job in representing her, man. They do a very poor job in representing her. All the frames over here are empty. So, and they are my most aggressive hives. The ones up here. The least productive. They are angry, guys. Maybe very strange, eh? Let me give them some smoke here to calm them down. They are very angry bees, I tell you. With them, man. They want nobody messing with them. Okay. So let's looking. This is one of my 5 frame I'm going to looking now. As in Saturn, there are 5 frames in it. I have filled it out with foundation frames, and they have started working on them. So we're going to see what the progress have been, because they need to come up as well to 10 frames so that we can put a soup on them. So as you can see, the frames that are occupied are to this side. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 of them, and there's a 6th frame I think they have started working on. Let me take a peep. Yes, they have started working on it, but we're gonna leave them alone. Let them continue their work. Let's look at the other one up top. They have made a little more progress than the hives down here. So let me get to it. They have made one. So as we can see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and the 7th frame. I have a few bees. Let's see what's happening. Let's see what's happening. This plastic frame, for whatever reason, guys, the bees don't like them. I wouldn't suggest anyone locally here in Jamaica to use these frames. They are an excellent idea. I've seen them being used abroad, and persons have success with them, but as you can see, they have built it out, but they just simply abandon these frames. They don't use them very much. They hardly use these frames, man. Let's look at the 6th frame to see what activity there is. Well, I don't see any storage. Well, yes, there is a little storage of nectar, which is good. It's nice to see that they're doing a little work here. Let's look at the fifth frame. I'm curious. Let's see what the fifth frame is saying here. Ah, there's some weight, but it is primarily brood and a little nectar. I don't know. They do an excellent job in populating, but they're the worst when it comes to storage of nectar and honey, guys. So you see, and another thing, as you can see, they are the most aggressive bees I have here. The most. Right now they're attacking me like crazy, guys. I don't know if you can see them around me. Let me let you guys see. As you can see, there is a frenzy behind me. They're trying to find a way. How can we get this guy? How can we just show him more love, you know? They really want to show me some close-up love right now, but I'm fairly protected from them. I'm going to leave them, man. I'm going to leave them. Bye-bye, guys. Bye-bye. I'm going to leave it. Let me lock up here. All of these 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 colonies need to be requeened because they all come from the same queen stock and they are not suited for this location. It's not that they wouldn't produce a lot of honey, but because even right here there is a pear tree, and I can guarantee you it's mainly maybe the ones down the bottom that are foraging on those blossoms. The rest of them here up here, they only forage the bare minimum. So I have been waiting how they would respond when we get closer to spring, and we're approaching March now, so within a few days we'll be in March, so we'll see how they respond then. But they have not done a good job compared to the hives down the bottom, guys.